This week's episode of Black at Work is sponsored by. All right, y'all. Well, welcome back. Hope you guys had a great week. If getting right into it, if you have a fuck you know exactly what to do. Send them to us here at Black at Work Pod. You can hit us up on all social media platforms at Black at Work Pod everywhere. You can submit a fuck you anonymously on our website, blackatworkpod.com, or you can send us an email if you want to be professional, blackatworkpod@gmail.com. So the fuck you of the week comes from Annette. She didn't say that I couldn't say her name. So, hey, Annette. Hey, ladies. Love the show because it's super relatable. I started this job in 2020 and things have been okay so far until this past week. So, I work in a call center. And when I got this job, they said that we'd be assigned specific customers to work with, no more than 45 at a time. But since I've been here, it's been more like 100 plus. It's cool because I'm flexible and my dream is to be a floor manager someday. I don't complain and I do what's asked. Needless to say, I'm the best motherfucker in this department and I close the most
Okay.
cases.
Oh, talk your shit.
You think these white folks would be happy, and most of them are, but this sorry ass bitch named Katie sees me as a threat. She started about 6 months after me, and I trained her big head ass. The whole time she was so pressed about becoming number one, quote unquote, and being the best in the call center. Too bad she doesn't have enough lip circumference to cover all the asses she tries to kiss in this motherfucker. Thin lipped bitch. Hold on. Not thin lipped. Okay. I mostly ignore her because I'm not pressed and my work speaks for itself. I came out number two to her for the past 3 months now. So I guess Miss Bobblehead has started feeling herself. So we're in this meeting on Thursday and our manager is going around giving out kudos. Of course, I got some, as usual, for a project I've been working on. Manager asked the team, does anyone have anything to say before we end the meeting? Dead ass, this swole head bitch looks at me and says, Annette, one of your customers has been calling me back to back saying he can't get a hold of you. He says he's been calling for 2 weeks. I took his number down. I'll PM it to you when I get back to my desk. Bitch, are you motherfucking serious? You couldn't just PM me that in the first fucking place. You had to announce it to the whole team and our manager and director who was there as well with this big ass cantaloupe head. Damn, this bitch must got a big ass head. We are talking about her head a lot. God. Oh man, with this big ass cantaloupe head, I was so pissed. She never did send that PM with the info either. I called the customer and sorted things out. The reason why he couldn't get in contact with me is because he called our main 1-800 number and got her one day and she gave him her extension to follow up. Silly ass waterhead bitch. There we go again. I'm sick of this lady L head. She purposefully sabotaged me to try to make me look bad and delayed the customer for 2 weeks because she's trying to play games. Wow. But I got one for her ass. In next Thursday meeting, when our manager asks for closing remarks, I'm going to tell the whole team what happened and embarrass her. I cannot wait to see the look on her dry ass face when I bring up the fact that she was the one not answering for the customer. I will see your bumpy head ass. Ah, the parking lot if need be, bitch. Don't fuck with me. I wouldn't even have to do much because as soon as her bobblehead ass lean too far to the right, she gonna tip right over.
She going
I,
what?
she gonna hold on. Y'all, I wouldn't even have to do much because as soon as her bobblehead ass lean too far to the right, she gonna tip right over. I can't wait until Thursday. Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. The end. Listen, I can't deal with the head asses.
Okay, first of all, I have so much, but I just want to give a Pookie Award to you, everybody. The Pookie Award for Best Dramatic Performance in a Fuck You goes to Anessa. Come
Wait,
on.
me?
Yes.
I thought it went to a neck.
No, the white voice you used, okay, for Katie. The inflection in your voice. Bitch, you did that, okay?
Okay, yes,
And the
yes.
Pookie. The Pookie
Come on,
goes too.
Pookie. I just want to thank my mama. Okay, listen.
um,
Oh,
bobblehead
shit.
ass, waterhead,
Li-
cantaloupe head. This bitch head is big.
This head, I have to see this head. Annette, send us a picture of Katie's head. Because Katie's head, baby, listen, it was the star of the fucking.
She ripped her mama open, I'm sure. The way you describing his head. Wait a minute.
The
Have
way
you
she describing
have you
this
ever
head.
seen a super
Yeah.
big ass head white person?
I don't cone head. She I don't think
Cone
I ever
heads, yeah.
seen.
I don't think I've ever seen a huge big
I'm
ass head
surprised
white
she
person.
didn't say cone head.
Girl. Let us know in it. But
Please.
I am not surprised. Okay. So white women, we can't say all, but our society conditions and emboldens them to feel like we are subservient to them.
Hmm.
So
Preach, sister.
whenever we are in a situation where we are effortlessly outperforming these hoes because a lot of them are
Come on.
mediocre. Okay. It doesn't take much for us to outperform. But when we are in those situations, they will do anything to sabotage it, anything to
That's
bring you down,
crazy, bro.
anything. And it's I would like to say that it's mostly subconscious because they would never say out loud, "Ooh, this black girl being great threatens me." But
Hmm.
they
Hmm.
figure out little ways to try to bring you down. I have definitely witnessed it in literally almost every work environment that I've ever been in,
Oh,
including the one I'm
yes.
in right now.
Come on. I was just about to say it just happened to me on Tuesday.
Okay.
Let's be clear.
So, I mean, this is just something as great black women we have to deal with. You probably in that call center, girl, barely trying. Okay. And this bitch wakes up, eats, and breathes and sleeps the call center. And it just incenses her that you are a shining star and right where she wants to be. So, this white girl had a TikTok that explains this perfectly. And basically, she was really honest and said that because of TV, she always saw the black girl as a sidekick. And so when she started her teaching career and there was a black teacher that was like killing it, it made her insecure. And she started like doing stuff that was not of her character. That was her words. I ain't saying that because if you do shit, it's part of your character. You just don't do it all the time. But she started doing things that she felt like weren't becoming of her, and it was because she felt threatened by this black woman. And so she started explaining how she always see black women as sidekicks, and she felt like just because of her whiteness she was supposed to be over this woman. So this is what we deal with,
Girl.
and this is just life. What you got, Anessa?
This thin lipped bitch.
Girl, she ain't got enough lip circumference. Head big,
It's
no
the
lips. What is going on? This
what
is
do he
sounding
look
like
like
Kylie Jenner
before the before the surgery?
before she got blackified.
Listen, yeah, I'm gonna need you to go get some lip fillers, Katie, before you try to come for me. But but I am appalled at this lady's head, and I'm appalled at her at the distance you would go to be that jealous. Like, how can you be that jealous of somebody to like master out and craft out? Okay, I'm gonna take this guy. We don't know what kind of call center this is, so we don't know, you
Right.
know, what type of, like, if she's not taking his call, we don't know what kind of
It could
severity
have been
that might
food
be caused.
stamps.
It could have been food stamps, it could have been
Shit.
medicine. Because I used to work at a mail order pharmacy where, you know, people would call in to get their prescriptions mailed to them. People with high blood pressure, people with high cholesterol, people with depression or whatever. So you would go out of your way. It's appalling to me that she would go out of her way and interrupt this guy who was just an innocent bystander in this whole
Okay.
situation.
Poor Steve. God damn.
Poor Steve. And you would let him wait for 2 weeks to mastermind a criminal act against me because you're that jealous. That is absolutely absurd. And I just I just don't understand that. But that is, again, like Dana was saying, that's what white people do. Like, we shine in everything that we do. You know, like Dana was saying, we're great black women. They just cannot stand it. Like, in my current job, I got this one thin-lipped bitch. I don't think she got a cantaloupe head. She might have a pineapple head, but damn, the she just can't. I don't even say anything in the chat, and you know somebody will be saying something about it. She just has to run behind and, well, I did this, bitch. Ain't nobody asked you what you
Girl, I
did.
hate a Me Too ass bitch. Sit your
Me
dumb
too,
ass
ass.
down. Did nobody fucking ask you?
And
God.
I'm not even trying. I'm not in the chat. I don't care about your dog. I don't care that your cat Lucy died. I don't give a fuck. Like, if somebody is saying something in the chat, it's not because of me. I don't care about this job. Like Dana said, I'm up here. I don't give a fuck. I'm not even trying. But anyways, I just can't even believe she masterminded this whole thing. And that just goes to show you that you can't trust these Katies. Okay? That's it. So if you have a fuck you. If you got a Katie that is on your ass with a thin lip and a big ass head, send that shit to us so we can talk about it.
All right. Well, I have a few shout outs this week. And first, I want to say thank you to everyone who has been leaving us reviews. So now we are 5-star rated in Spotify.
Yes!
Yay.
Come on!
That's
Major platform,
that's cool.
major streaming
Whoever
platform.
rated us over there. And we got a couple of new reviews to read. So we got this one in December from Miss K, and she says that Black at Work is a staple for Black professionals. This show creates a safe space for Black people to vent about their experiences in the workplace. They also make you laugh throughout the entire episode. Thank you, girl.
Oh, thanks, Miss
We
K.
try, okay?
Right.
In our next review, also 5 stars from the Apple Podcast, is from Dr. Audrina. Hopefully, I said that right. If I didn't, girl, correct us. But she says this show is not what she expected. Someone recommended this podcast a while ago, and I took my time listening because I thought it was going to be boring. Damn.
Come on, boring.
But this podcast is a must. The hosts are so freaking funny, and it's like talking to your work friends. Oh, I have now
Yes.
listened to every episode, and you can't tell me
Wow.
that I don't work with Dana and Anessa. This show is my
Yes.
favorite thing about Mondays. And I can't wait until they come back from winter break. If you are like me and looking for a good laugh and relatable content every week, this podcast is for you. Thank you, Black at Work, for this platform. This is my favorite show.
Oh my
So thank
goodness.
you, Dr. Audrina. That was very, very nice of you. And again, we welcome all of you to leave us reviews wherever you are listening right now. So I started this new thing. I wanted to do a water cooler question of the week just so that we can kind of engage our social media followers and kind of know what
Love
y'all
it.
are on. Okay.
Yeah. What y'all on out there?
This this week's water cooler question of the week is or was, what is the lamest excuse you've used it to call into work, and what were you really doing? Okay, so let's read a couple of these responses because y'all are crazy. Um, and I'm not gonna name any names, so I don't want y'all to get in trouble. But one of our coworkers said she called in to go on some interviews. Okay, that's real.
I know
I
that's
I
right.
have definitely done that.
Hmm.
Another one of our coworkers said that she told her employer she had cramps, but she just wanted to stay drink. Well, she just wanted to go out drinking and hang with her girls. That's
Okay.
what she meant. I've done that too. Okay.
Glad you didn't see your manager out who was on PTO.
Okay.
Like, I thought you had cramps, sis.
I would have been like, Steve, I just got out the hospital.
Oh, Lord.
So another one of our coworkers said that she called off to jump her man's bones. Okay, so listen.
Yes. Now I done did that, child.
Have you
I'm just
been?
kidding.
No, you're not.
Mm-mm. I ain't did that.
Liar, liar. Oh,
Oh,
and
Lord.
another person said that they just wanted a damn break. Okay,
Sis, listen.
I feel you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then one last one. Um in this last one, our coworker says that she was partying during Beat Michigan week and used that good old 3 days off, which equals one occurrence. So,
Mm. Damn, just you could take 3 days and just get one occurrence? Where you work at?
well, I
What
think
call center was this?
I I don't know. I'm missing more detailed information. You're gonna
Oh,
have to get
okay.
back to us and what that means, coworker. Okay.
I'm
But
done.
thank
I
y'all for
cannot.
responding to our um water cooler question of the week. And we'll have more questions coming up every week. So it'll be your chance to girl, look, I am so tired. I don't even know what
I
the
know you can't
fuck
get your words.
I am
Look, you like
saying.
me. The way you was like, stop the train. But you
Girl.
don't sound crazy. You're making sense. You didn't sound like I did earlier, Jay.
No, you were fine. Girl, I don't even know what I'm saying.
Oh Lord.
So thank you to everybody who answered our water cooler question of the week, and we'll have more questions. So more chances to
Yes.
answer, and we'll read some of you guys' answers on the show. All right. Let's get ready to go to the water cooler.
Yes.
All right, guys, breaking news. So, our girl, the queen, the one and the motherfucking only Beyonce had a private concert in Dubai and was paid $24 million to sing La 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 for an hour. And she performed nothing from Renaissance. Bow for the queen. I Have you have you seen the clip of her closing the show?
I've seen clips of the show, but I don't know if it was a opening, closing. I don't know what part of it
When
was.
she was singing that harmony to Drunken Love?
Okay, no, I haven't seen that.
I wasn't gonna play it, but now I have to since Vanessa hasn't heard it. But if you guys listened to the show last week, our guest Indescribable, actually shout out to
Shout
Indescribable
out to
for being on
Indescribable.
our show. Thank you
Yes.
so much for just blessing us with your story, with your time, and just being an overall great interview. So,
Yeah. And a
much
great person. She's really cool.
yes, we got a lot of compliments on the show last week. So, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all for supporting that, and go support Indescribable. That was really late. But anyway, like she was saying last week about Beyonce, the voice modulations and the control and just the
Mhm.
overall just get this life real quick. Hold on.
Come on,
Yes!
B.
Killed it.
Sing, sis,
Killed
sing.
it. Killed it, killed it, killed it. And oh
Ooh, that
God.
was the last thing I remember. Is I no, let me stop. Nah, shout out to Beyonce because baby, listen.
Baby, Beyonce. I listen. We didn't see the performance, obviously, but she killed, and it was just a joy to see her perform live. She hasn't had a concert in many years, so it was nice to see her back on the stage. Madame Tussauds in Berlin also debuted a new wax figure with Beyonce, and it's giving. I like it. It's giving Queen Bee, but it also looks like she might be Shakira. So A for effort. We love it. It's
Oh,
giving Queen Bee, but it's something kind of off about it. Can't really put my finger on it, but
absolutely, I agree.
shout out to Beyonce. That was way longer than I needed it to be. So, Sammy released a statement this week in the wake of the news that his mother was arrested for second-degree murder of a 27-year-old mother. It's not 100% what all the details are on this, but his mom's name is Angela Bass Angela Baxter,
I
who's
say not Angela Bassett now.
girl. Now you know what's love got to do with it. Did not do this, okay?
Oh.
Angela Baxter, who is a 56-year-old woman, is charged with second-degree murder with a firearm in the shooting death of Nikebal Collier. So this murder took place on January 12th, and Miss Collier was found unresponsive in her car after Miss Baxter was shooting at various people driving past her while she was standing on the street. So
Mm, mm.
prayers up to Sammy. I know this must be extremely hard for him, and much prayers to Miss Nikay Bow. I hope I'm saying her name right, but much prayers to her family as well. This is extremely tragic. Like, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, where you're supposed to be, and some random mofo on the side of the road just decides to just shoot guns randomly and kills you. Like, oh man, this world is fucked up. What you got, Anissa?
And I don't want to say that it's something wrong with his mom, but is it? Could she be a little? I wonder, did she suffer from like drug abuse or mental
It
illness?
has to be one of
Yeah,
those.
because that is a little different.
She
But
does
yeah,
not. She looks like that might be the case for her
Yeah.
on her mugshot.
On her mugshot, yeah. I said mug. On her mugshot, yes. That's what I.
But I also don't want
So
to like
yeah, and I don't either. I don't want to assume that, but it looks like, and even with his statement, and I hate that I'm like assessing the situation, but his statement was like really sweet and short, short, sweet, and to the point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know anything. So that's just tragic, and she's very young. So for that to have
Mhm.
happened, that's sad. And I don't know how old her child is, but I hope justice is served. That's a sad situation.
Very sad. Well, the M&Ms have announced that they are no longer doing characters. Okay, so the M&M
Mm,
candies that we know them are gone forever because every fucking body got their panties in a bunch about M&Ms having
about what?
M&Ms having gendered candies.
Girl, I'm logging off. I'm leaving.
So
No, I'm
M&Ms,
serious.
y'all done wore M&Ms to death, and so now M&Ms said, "Okay, fuck it, we ain't gonna have no characters. We got Maya Rudolph, this kind of black woman, to be the spokesperson for this candy brand." Now, what you got, Anessa?
May I ask? I just want to raise my hand and ask a quick question to all out there that might be listening. Who are the individuals in this society, this world, this whatever this is? Because at this point, I don't even know where we're at. Okay, I don't know what we have evolved, where what this planet has evolved to. Is this a planet anyway? Um, I'm trying to figure out what group of people get together and say, this is not right. Like, I don't hear the ha ha ha. Like, I haven't heard anybody come to the people that I know have not said Eminem. I don't like the fact that M&Ms don't got niggas. M&Ms ain't got Latinas. M&Ms ain't got LGBTQ. M&Ms. I just, who are the people that are getting together and rallying and going to Eminem, okay, and saying this ain't right, and now we can't have a fucking character, bro? Excuse my language. I'm tired. Is it insensitive? I just want to know because Dana, that cannot be insensitive for candy. We're going, y'all, candy.
They was
Okay,
mad that they put high heels on the green candy, and they just felt like it.
who is the they? Where are they? How many of them is it? Do we know that?
In my book, the they are the they that ain't us. Okay, it's not us.
Is it like three people and they
Mm-mm,
get
mm-mm, mm-mm. It's
okay?
just not us. It
Okay.
ain't the dark skinned of us. It ain't the light skinned of us. It ain't the mixed of us. It's not the LGBTQIA plus of
Of us.
us.
Come on. Come on. Come
It
on, of us.
ain't us. So
It ain't
that's
us.
all I gotta say about that. So
I am sick of it.
hopefully you niggas is happy. We have no more candy spokespeople. And what about that commercial with Santa Claus? That
With
is
Santa
a
Claus,
classic.
that's a classic. So y'all gonna take that off of TV?
That's been playing since I was a child. And
And
now
listen,
look.
friend, they play that same commercial that played in 1992 today. And I look forward to
Yes,
that.
it is a
And y'all
classic.
are gonna take that away from us because they put a high heel on the green one. So now when I go pick up because I love a peanut M&M child in a yellow bag, I ain't gonna see nobody on there. It's just gonna be just a yellow bag child. I can't. Let me get off of it. I'm tired.
Yeah, speaking of being
I'm
tired, I am very tired right now
seriously.
in real life and of this shit. So the next story that we have to talk about Tyree Nichols. And I know I said I was gonna save the side shit. I'll put it in the middle of somewhere, but I forgot. Okay, so this
Okay.
is last.
Right.
Damn, I don't even mean to laugh because this is no laughing matter in
Mhm.
real
Mhm.
life. Okay,
At all.
so by now you all have heard, you've known this story is actually a bit old. Like it, I feel like this week it really picked up, but I actually put this on the water cooler about a week and a half ago, I want to say,
Mhm. Mhm.
because when it first took place, I remember following someone and they were like, nobody's talking about this because the officers are black. So, of course, I went and looked at the news article. And at that point, nobody really was talking about it. So, we know that Tyree Nichols was murdered in Memphis by 5 Memphis police officers. They just can't stay off our show. We had Officer Blue
Telling you.
in the
They be doing some stuff
dumbass
in
Officer Blue in the true crime. And here we got 5 more dumbasses. And they took the life of who people are saying is a beautiful human being. And honestly, I don't want to take that from him, but that truly does not fucking matter. I don't give a damn if this man was to scum of the earth. He had no business dying the way that he did at the hands of people that were supposed to protect him. Now, I will be completely honest with you. I have little information about what actually led them to want to arrest him. I know that he tried to quote unquote escape from them, but I don't know what that's about. The police lie. Okay. I told you I've had my own interaction with the police and they lied on me. So I'm the last person to believe when they say, oh, he tried to get away, because they just say shit like that so that whatever they did doesn't look so bad. But we're just in the water cooler, guys. This is just work talk. I'm not Barbara Walters,
She not Amy
motherfucker.
Robach.
And okay, and Anessa is not Tom Sawyer. So we are just in the water cooler having
Listen.
a chat, and we're gonna talk about these assholes.
Hey guys, we hope you're enjoying our show, and we'll be right back after a quick note from our sponsors.
So, the Memphis Police Department has not only fired these 5 police officers, but they have also been charged with the murder of Tyree Nichols as well as some other charges. So, the 5 police officers, all black, we know, that have been terminated for murdering this young man is Tadarius Bean, no relation, Demetrius Haley, Emmett Martin III, Desmond Mills Jr., and Justin Smith. Their mugshots are everywhere. Now, the video
Mhm.
of the brutal beating that this young man endured is all online. And there have been mostly peaceful protests all over the United States in response to this. A lot of people are extremely upset about the initial lack of coverage of this. And there's even more people now that are upset due to the extreme amount of coverage of this now. Um, and basically, a lot of people are feeling some sort of way because these are black officers. This was a young black man for who all knows him. They all say that he was a great person, but it doesn't matter if he was a great person or not. He had no business dying like this in the hands of the nigga salary that he paid with his tax dollars. What you got, Anessa?
Yeah, and I know they came out with a video and they released the video. First of all, I don't know why they do that. I guess I don't know why they release those types of videos publicly for us to see. Like, okay, I understand, and I could be ignorant to this, but to me, I understand that they need that for evidence and in a trial, but lead that to the trial. Like, I feel like we've seen this too much. I personally did not watch it for that reason. Like, I can't watch another black person die. I just can't do it. I can't sit there and watch it again. I can't do it. So I chose not to watch it. But to Dana's point, I feel like this is a double-edged sword. I hope that's the correct metaphor to use for this because, on one hand, it's like these are five black police officers. And this is in no way, shape, or form acceptable by any means. He shouldn't have died. He shouldn't have died like this. It's ridiculous. Nobody should be dying at the hands of the police, period, for no apparent reason, unless I'm pointing a gun at the officer, putting a knife out on him. You know what I'm saying? Extreme measures, all the other extreme measures that could happen. There's no reason why we should be calling the police or the police should be running up on us and killing us for any reason. But I said all that to say, I just to Dana's point, feel like it's a double edged sword because, you know, the VP at my job reached out to me and was like, "Oh, I know it's a hard day here, or it's another hard day for you, nigger." Like, because if you need to take a mental day, go ahead. And I'm just like, what? First of all, do y'all do this when
No,
white people kill
no.
niggas
Take the
or
day,
black
sis.
people? Or is it But I took the day. Let's be clear. Okay. This my daddy house. Like T.I. said on ATM. It's just, I just feel like I'm not saying that we shouldn't be ridiculing these five men that did that. I just feel like there's just more to the story. I'm not gonna be a conspiracy
More
theorist or
more
anything
to
like
the
that.
oh,
But
oh, oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I just feel like there's more I feel like there are underlying things to this that we'll never know about. It's gonna be G13 classified like on Scandal. I'm not trying to make a joke of it, but I'm just saying like I just I think it's a bad situation, but also I just feel like I'm rambling. I'm trying to be
No,
politically
I
correct.
understand what you
I'm
mean because it
sorry.
does just seem
You know,
so I don't know, just something about this just seems
it
off.
just
Now, let's
it
look at
just
the
seems
facts. Memphis
off.
is a black city. And so they have a black chief of police. The city is black, so it's no secret of the police force being mostly black. So, I mean, I guess, but like,
Which another thing why I feel like they targeted. I don't know. You're right, Dana. You're right. Why five of them though? Five of them. So y'all needed one, two, three,
I need
four,
to know
five.
the details
Like
of why you guys were arresting him. What was five? What? Why were five of you all there? Like, usually it's a cop and his partner. What?
absolutely. Why is it
Yeah, it
five?
just but
The
I'm
math
not
ain't
making excuses
mathing
for these motherfuckers because
at
honestly, to
all.
me,
At all.
to me, black ass me, there is a line between us and the badge. Like, I don't care who's behind the badge, you have the badge. And so
Absolutely, I agree. Hmm.
you I I'm gonna leave my
I
opinions about
agree.
that off because I don't want to be like, well, my dad's a police officer. And okay, you got a good dad, but a lot of these motherfuckers is not good ass people, and they do some really fucked up shit, even to other blacks. And I'm gonna leave it with this one last thing. This is gonna be fucked up tomorrow, the next day, and the next day,
Hmm.
regardless of the color of these cops or whoever the fuck. And I hope they are charged to the fullest extent of the law and all of that shit. But let us not forget the other shit that's going on. The police in general are still just killing us. It doesn't matter what color the police is, the police are
Absolutely.
killing us. That is an issue.
Hmm. It
So
does. Yeah.
let us not go back and forth. Well, they only doing this because they black. Fuck that. The police is killing us. Period.
They're being trained to kill us for real.
And it don't matter if it's the
Yeah.
police in a black city. It don't matter if it's black police. It's police. And we need to do something about that. Now I'm rambling. So that's it for the water cooler. Oh, did you have something else, Anessa? Nah, you
I
want to
don't want
say
to keep going.
something. You want
I
to
don't.
put your tin hat on. Put your tin hat on, friend. Put
Not
your
your
tin hat
tin
on.
hat. Not your. No, I was just gonna say to your point, just to how people to piggyback. I do feel like we have a responsibility if we do wear the badge. If it's us, I mean, don't let Tyrone go if he got a hold, if he got cocaine on him. But dang, can we give Tyrone a look? You know what I'm saying? I feel like with us, we should not give. I'm not saying give a pass. I don't want people. We don't need to be giving people a pass. Criminals. I'm not saying that, but look out for each other as they look out for each other. Because let's be clear, if white people want a salary increase, they're gonna go to their white counterpart and they're gonna get their and they gonna make sure that they white counterpart get a salary increase. You know what I'm saying? So just let's have each other's backs more. That's all I'm saying. And that's what I'm gonna just leave it at
Okay, heroes to Negroes.
that. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of Listen, I'm a hero to a Negro. Negro to a Negro.
We'll be right back,
I'm a
guys.
flat out.
Welcome back, everyone, to the water cooler. I know this is the stairwell. Sorry. Welcome back to the stairwell. Okay. And it's True Crime Week.
Yay!
Yay, it's True Crime Week. And so this week's true crime, I have to start with some disclosures, of course.
Uh-oh.
First of all, everything that I am talking about is alleged, okay?
Mm.
These are alleged accusations, and I want to make that very clear. Like I said in the water cooler, I am not Diane Sawyer, and Anessa is not Barbara Walters. So we are not reporting the news. And Anessa also don't know what I'm finna talk about, so you can leave her
At
with
all.
it. Um, but everything is alleged. But I did get this information from the actual court case filing.
Another one.
So just had to put that out there. And I also have another disclosure. We are going to be talking about SA or sexual assault. So this is a trigger warning for anyone who may be uncomfortable with that type of conversation. I totally understand. We'll see you in the break room. Okay, sis, just skip on down to the break room. Give us
On down.
about 35-40 minutes.
Right. Meet us in the break room,
Okay.
child, with your sandwich.
You
Or
know,
your lean cuisine.
the hot Cheetos.
Your Michelanas.
Okay, we'll see you there. So, trigger warning, we're going to be talking about SA in this story. So, this story starts with a young man born on January the 1st, 1995 in Lawnside, New Jersey. Now, I don't really believe this birthday because when they don't know your birthday online, they just say you were born on January 1st. So, I'm not going to hand out this L to Capricorns just yet. As a matter of fact, y'all are safe. We're gonna
Thank
say
you.
y'all are safe.
Thank you on behalf of my daughter.
Okay, and you, because you got Capricorn in your chart.
Oh,
Anyway,
I sure do.
you sure
Okay.
do. Anyway, in Lawnside, New Jersey, 1995, the world welcomed a young man named
Mm, I'm scared. I'm scared.
damn,
Lord, I'm scared.
damn friend,
I know.
a young
I'm so
man named Lucian Brownlee. Okay. Now, Lucian always loved basketball, and he played at Haddon Heights High School in New Jersey. And eventually in 2015, he decided to take his talents to Coppin State University,
mm,
which is an HBCU in Baltimore, Maryland. There is where he played on the basketball team. Okay. In 2017, Lucian lucked out when Coppin State hired Baltimore native, University of Maryland basketball star, and former Washington Wizards point guard Juan Dixon, aka
Girl, I knew it. I knew something was up. I was waiting. What the fuck? Run it back, sis. Run it back.
yes, Washington Wizards player, University of Maryland basketball star, and also Robin's roommate.
Not a roommate.
Well,
See,
they're married now. Okay,
I
so
know.
congrats to them. They were married, I guess, on the season finale of Potomac. So
Yeah.
shout out to y'all, Robin. Okay. So Lucian's basketball career is okay after Juan gets there, I guess. I don't follow college sports that much, but in the 2017-2018 season, he averaged 4 points and 11 minutes per game. He's actually a point guard, so I guess that's successful. It's not in the NBA, but he is a point guard and his role is to pass. So I give him those stats, especially since it's college and they have a longer shot clocks and whatnot. Well, Lucian felt like he was skilled enough to enter the NBA draft. So he did that in 2019. But he was undrafted.
Not undrafted.
Is that a word?
I don't know, baby.
He was
Listen,
not
they draft.
drafted, okay? We didn't
Listen,
He went up and came right back down.
like seriously,
Nobody
he
picked
got
him up.
drafted and undrafted.
Well, okay, he entered the draft, to be selected, and nobody
Okay.
selected him. Okay,
Okay.
in none of the rounds, so he was undrafted. Let us know if that's a word.
Oh,
Undrafted.
because I know nothing about basketball.
So Lucian is living his life on the basketball court, being coached by Juan,
Mm,
but he's also hiding a very dark secret. So in comes young Ivan Williams to this story. Now, Ivan was also a point guard and student at Coppin State, and he was on a basketball scholarship. He started the school year after Juan was hired, and in his sophomore year, he appeared in all 31 games and made 9 starts while averaging 19 minutes per game, tallied 5 points and 21 rebounds per game, along with 37 assists and 22 steals. Now, I actually do know what I'm talking about. I do know basketball. Anessa
I
is
could
looking
tell.
very confused.
You was talking
but
about the shot clock and all that type of stuff, child. The wet paint, child. He passes the ball, child. Listen, what we talking about now?
okay, but he's doing pretty good for a
He's
sophomore.
doing good.
And he's a
Okay,
point
okay.
guard, so like point guards, their job is to pass the ball. They're like the chef on the court. Or no, not the chef. Is that the chef? they they set the table. So they pass the ball to whoever they feel like can make the shot in that moment if it's not them. Okay.
Okay.
So
Got it.
point guards ain't gonna have like 50,000 points unless you LeBron James
Okay.
playing point. Okay. So there we go. Sorry for the basket.
Now I
And
look.
look,
Thank you for.
that was lame basketball knowledge because I'm not like the best at that. But anyway, Ivan was definitely a standout player. Now he's only a sophomore and started in almost a third of the team's games. So he's doing pretty well for himself. Now going back to his freshman year, young Ivan is only a few days into his first college experience. He's new to the team and the campus when one day, out of the blue, he receives a message from a woman flirting with him. The two began chatting. Now, this is all alleged, but I'm sure I know how this went. They was flirting and talking sexually, especially some young 18-year-old type bullshit. And they're talking and getting freaky in the text messages. Look, this is what I'm thinking
They
is probably happening.
sexting.
Yeah, probably just sexting and all of that shit. And the girl asked Ivan to send her a,
Dick pic.
now I'm gonna say dick pic, but the lawsuit says sexually suggestive photo.
A eggplant emoji is what he sent her.
The lawsuit actually says that he was enticed into sending images of himself to the person of a sexual nature that he believed he was going into a relationship with. So, like I said, I feel like they were talking and getting flirty and freaky in the text, and she was like, "Send me a picture of your dick,"
Mm-hmm.
and he did it. And poor little young Ivan, he probably forgot to take his face out the picture, child. I mean, he's just a
Oh
baby.
Lord.
He only 18. And so after that,
He done got caught up.
okay, after this, the bitch then blackmailed him. So this is when things get a
Oh
little
Lord.
turned up. Okay.
Now, do we know how old this young tenderoni is?
She's supposed to be young Ivan's age.
Okay, so they both about 18, 19 years old.
hmm
Okay.
So now that old girl has these pictures of him in the act, she starts wilding and getting more aggressive with him. So now at this point, Ivan is scared because he know damn well he ain't had no business sending no booty pics to no bitch. And now this hoe is
Not
threatening.
his booty. He said his booty friend.
You know what I mean? He ain't got no business sending no sexually
Oh.
suggestive
Oh,
pictures
cool.
to
He gonna
nobody.
get a whooping. You about to get a whooping, Ivan. I'm calling your mama.
But more than a whooping, because actually doing stuff like this is against the school policy. So
Mm.
he is afraid because the girl is threatening to expose him. And he's scared because if she does expose him, that means he's going to lose his housing and his basketball scholarship.
Scholarship. Mm.
hmm So, because he doesn't want old girl to release these pictures, whenever she demands that he sends more pictures, he does it.
I'm trying to figure out why she picked Mr. Ivan. What's up with Mr. Ivan?
I
Did she
don't
see money
know.
signs? Like, why me? Why me, sis?
I That is a very good question. I have no idea like what made this little young man a target or
Yeah.
why he was so easily preyed upon by this motherfucker. But anyway, Ivan keeps sending more and more pictures every time this girl demands him because he's hoping that the bitch will leave him alone. She
Mm.
doesn't though, and her
Mm.
demands get even more absurd. So in the spring of 2019, so this is at a whole, well, I'm going to say 6 months because this started in the fall of 2018 and now we're in the spring of 2019.
Mm.
So this spring, Ivan is then approached by his teammate, Lucian, who is now a senior in the basketball program. Now, Lucian confesses to Ivan that he is also being blackmailed by this woman. And she,
Girl, shut up.
girl, I know, right? And this bitch is demanding that the two of them record themselves having sex with one another and send it to her, or they both will get exposed. Now, let me catch you up. So, Ivan is being blackmailed. He didn't send the girl suggestive pics. And now here comes Lucian saying, hey, this bitch done got me too. She got pictures on me too. And now she's saying that we
Mm.
have to have sex with each other and record it and send it to her, or else she's going to expose both of us. And now Ivan's in his, I mean, not Ivan, but Lucian's in his senior year. So he don't want to
Right.
get kicked out of school. And Ivan is a young, scared 18, 19-year-old at this time, also not wanting to lose his full ride scholarship. So it's like, what the fuck?
Listen, Lucian and Ivan, I take the risk of her sending them pics to them because that's better than you sending a video of me fucking another nigga
Hello.
if I don't want that out there. Listen, that I just sent you I don't care.
Even if I am playing on that team, I still don't want nobody having no fucking videos of me having sex.
No, not at all.
Like, this is absurd.
Yeah, this lady, I don't know what she got going on. She said, "Y'all need to pay my tuition."
But she ain't even getting no motherfucking money out of it. Like,
I don't. I'm saying, is she trying to like? Well, if you don't, are you gonna? Child, listen. I don't know. I'm coming up with
I know
theories. I don't know what this lady got going on.
I need to see the text because I want to know what the fuck this bitch was saying. So I've been completely refuses this at first. But when he returned to campus in the fall of that next year, so now we're in the fall of 2019, his anonymous harasser's threats started to escalate. So now, instead of having them have full blown intercourse, she's willing to accept a video of them engaging in oral. Again,
I am so scared about where this story is going. Cause I feel like, oh Lord Jesus, Robin, Robin, listen, sis. Let me be
I
quiet.
am
Let me be
so
quiet.
glad Juan Dixon is not here right now.
I am so glad that Juan Dixon is not here right now.
Girl.
Woo.
Okay.
Listen. Oh we.
So let me remind y'all, Ivan is scared as fuck to lose his scholarship and his housing. Like, this is not just, oh, we're not paying for your school. He's gonna get kicked off campus. He's gonna have to go back home and disappoint his parents, and
And he's not gonna have a chance to go into the NBA. I mean, he's gonna lose that opportunity.
all of that shit. Also,
Mm-hmm.
when you play basketball for a college, you can't transfer and immediately play for another team. You have to wait a full
Mm-hmm.
school year. So if you are a young person that's really into basketball, ball is life, and this is your career, you've always dreamed of growing up and playing in
Right.
college, like, the thought of losing a year even of, like, there was just so much at stake for these two
Yeah,
men,
absolutely.
and for this shit to happen to them is just
Crazy.
in motherfucking insane. So
Hmm.
with all of that shit at stake, Ivan reluctantly agrees to allow the taping.
Stop.
Yes,
Wait, with the oral or with the actual intercourse?
with the oral that's being rewarded. So
Oh, wow.
the two basketball players record themselves doing this act,
Stop it.
sends it to the girl, and then at this point, Ivan is feeling like, okay, we did what she said. This is the end. But
Hmm.
but no.
So you think.
No, no, no. So Homegirl starts requesting more and more sexual encounters with the two players. So now it's December 2019. We are two motherfucking whole ass calendar years into this bullshit.
It's been 4 semesters for our college folks at this
Literally, like,
point.
can't take
And
a
semesters
pause.
is a long time.
This is a long time. Can you imagine what these kids was going through? Like, you got to go to class, you getting harassed, you got to you gotta
Girl.
forcefully have sex with some, like, it's a lot going on, and I cannot even imagine what the mental health
Oh yeah.
situation
Oh
was
yeah.
like here. So it's December 2019, and Lucian didn't get picked for the draft. Remember, I told y'all he went up for the 2019 draft. But Juan ended up hiring him at Coppin State as the director of player development and the director of basketball operations. So he's now graduated and now he is a part of the basketball staff. So,
I wonder why.
I wonder why. So during this same time, we're still in December 2019. The blackmailer sends Ivan another message saying that now Lucian is going to coordinate another sexual encounter with him. At this point, Ivan is like, fuck no, this is too much. So he starts to ignore the blackmailer. Not only did this bitch not stop, but this bitch kept insisting on more and more pictures of the two players having sex. So far as to send Ivan Lucian's schedule of availability.
Stop. You ain't got no job, Anonymous. What are you over there doing? Catfishing
Nah.
on behind a computer in the
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So let's take a pause here and let's slow down so everybody can catch up. Okay. So this quote unquote blackmailer, catfisher, whoever the fuck, she is a girl, and she's just out of the blue for some reason. This straight woman has a hard on for two men having sex. So
Come on now, y'all. Stay woke.
she's
Stay focused.
and
Stay focused. I'm
she's
sorry.
she
Right.
is pressuring these two brothers
These two.
to have sex,
Come on. Come on, sis.
and
Break it down.
she
Come on.
she
He.
she knows she
Listen.
and she knows Lucian's schedule to
Come
send
on.
to Ivan.
This is nasty.
So at this point, Ivan is putting 2, 3, and 6 together, and it's becoming more and more clear,
18.
okay? More and more clear that his harasser, stalker, catfisher is Lucian Brownlee. Pause.
Stop.
Lucian, my nigga, you must be some kind of stupid, right? So it's already bad that you came up with this idea to harass this young freshman, impressionable young man because you want, what did you want? Outside of his dick, what did you want? What was the end game here is what I'm trying to get at now. Let me be clear. Nothing has been proven in the court of law, but as far as Ivan's lawyer is concerned, they have done their own investigations and they have determined that this stalker or another is Lucian Brownlee.
Stop. Y'all, I thought it was wine.
Did you, bitch?
I did the whole time. I'm just waiting, like, oh, why, Robin? Why you? That's why I said Robin. My bad, one.
Not you
I'm
thought
just
it was
kidding. I ain't
one.
think it was wine.
Girl, yes, you did.
I did not.
Not one. That's why he don't hardly be on the show because he got so
Right.
much time to harass kids.
Girl, listen.
Okay, so and let me just tell y'all, Lucian is not even a bad looking guy. Like, he is what those in the community would call a trait. And he could get all the ass he wanted if he would just go seek that ass and try and stop trying to take ass from people. Like,
Right. And
what
blackmail
is
people.
going on here, sir? Like, this whole accusation is just wild. But I'm not done. I am not done. So Ivan is literally at his wits' end with this whole shit. And he is scared. He feels like he can't really tell anybody what's going on with him. And at this point, he's contemplating unaliving himself.
What? Suicide?
You know I gotta say unaliving now. That's for the
Oh, I'm
kids.
sorry. We can't say that no more.
I don't know. But people are saying
Okay.
unaliving. So I think it's like
Are you kidding
sensitive.
me, friend?
Which
That's a
part?
new thing? The
Yeah.
unalive. I did not know that.
Girl, don't you be on TikTok?
Girl, no. Not like I be looking at Aaron, everything. Love Aaron DIYs.
I love everything Erin.
I do
That's my
too.
girl. Y'all go follow her. But yeah, so he's contemplating ending it all, which fucking sucks. And honestly, I've thought about this situation. I've thought about what I would do in this situation and just how young and undeveloped my 18-year-old mind was at that time.
Hmm.
I probably would have been on that same wave because this, for an 18-year-old, this
It's a
feels
lot.
like the end. This feels
Yeah,
like
for sure.
I'll never recover from this. I'll never come back from
Hmm.
this. Like, this feels just such a heavy weight to be carrying on. And I am not done. So Ivan is at his wits' end at this point, and he is contemplating not being here anymore. And so he goes to his dad. He still can't really tell his dad what's going on. So he tells his dad that he is concerned about the drug use of his team members, while they're at away games. So
Mm.
his dad, being the concerned father, he goes to Coppin State and talks with the entire administration and coaching staff, where Juan told him that he cannot do anything about the students' drug use. He actually said that there was nothing that he could do. He could not really help in a meaningful way when it came to the students' drug use. And he also insisted that Ivan stay on the team. So at this point, Juan doesn't truly know what's going on. Still at this point, only Ivan and Lucian know what's up with this. So when Ivan returned to campus in the fall of 2020, so now we're in year 3 of this shit
We in COVID, child.
still
Lord.
going the fuck on. The blackmail and the threats are still going on.
Stop.
This time, Ivan is not responding to Lucian. And that's when the material used to blackmail Ivan was published on Instagram and revealed to members of the team, the staff, and the public. So this crazy motherfucker
I'm
went ahead and posted these pictures and videos of Ivan.
but he's in it.
Now that's where we are not 1000% sure, because remember, he has pictures of Ivan by himself too. So I don't know if it was just pictures and videos of Ivan by himself
Oh.
or
Or both.
both of them in the act.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
we'll find out more as this case, continues
Right.
to go
Okay.
on. So this went on starting in 2018 all the way to the fall of 2020. And this is Ivan's junior year. After the blackmailer exposed Ivan, Coach Juan ordered that he come to practice the next day. Allegedly This is the point where I've been shared with Juan his suspicions that Lucian is his stalker slash harasser slash catfisher. To which Juan admitted that Lucian Brownlee was mentally ill or otherwise.
Stop.
I don't mean to laugh. That's not funny. But he was mentally ill, um, or otherwise emotionally imbalanced.
So why is he a director on your team, Wine? Now what's wrong with you, Mr. Dixon? That makes me question you.
And his mental history was not only known to the coaching staff, but also the
Child.
athletic director as well as the entire school.
So why does he have a job with minors?
Hello?
Can someone where are the competent people in the room? It doesn't sound like there are any. This is dumb.
Now, I am in full support of not using someone's mental disabilities against them when it's time to hire them for something. But at the same time, as someone who works on the entry side, like the recruiting side of HR, you as a hirer just have to use
Your best
your
judgment.
exactly your best judgment, your
Yeah.
discernment. Say for example, if somebody tells me, "Oh, I have borderline personality disorder, I have ADHD, and I'm also schizophrenic," I'm I'm probably
I mean,
I'm
not to
not trying to
discriminate,
leave.
but
I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. But this is what I'm trying to say. I hope somebody understands me. I hope somebody understands me. But if I know you have these issues staying focused, or issues doing the same thing, and I know the job that I'm hiring for is mundane, I know the job that I'm hiring for, you need to be extremely organized, I'm going to think, just based off of that information, that this might not be the best situation for you to excel in. Not that I'm discriminating because you have a mental disability. It's literally because I'm looking out for you. This actually sounds really bad. I might take this out.
I mean, I
But
get
do you
what you're
know what I'm
saying.
trying to say? Like,
I
you're
mean, I just said,
you're not
like,
discriminating against someone. It's literally just
it's about if is this person right for the job? And
yes.
I'm gonna say, this person might not be right for the job, for the culture fit, for for the culture of the company, those types of things.
Yeah, like people with mental disorders can definitely hold down a job, can definitely work in certain environments,
Absolutely.
but certain environments they just don't do as
Like with
well.
children.
I wouldn't say all of that. I'm because I'm not a psychiatrist, so
I'm not a psychiatrist, people, but what I'm saying is the fact that Juan said kind of like reassured or confirmed, oh well, this doesn't sound alarming because he has a mental, that's what I mean. I'm not saying
yeah.
that people with a mental, I'm saying the fact that they all knew the his capacity, his ability, his situation. Why would you hire him for that role? We all, so when, like Dana's, to Dana's point, when you are hiring people, you have a hiring team. We do you do a panel interview.
Mhm.
In that panel interview, we're going to say, you know what? This might not be a good fit for this. You know, we're doing this XYZ. These are the things that this person's going to have to do, work with. These are the people that
Exactly.
I'm going to say, well, no, this might not be a good fit. It doesn't have anything to do with discrimination. It's just the fact that why would I hire him for this role? That makes no sense. That's what I'm saying.
I really hope that we're not coming across like we just said
Yeah, because I know
at the
we
top of it,
did.
and we're like, "Oh no, you're sick in the head. You can't have this job."
I'm not saying that
That's
at
not what we're
all.
saying at all. But like I said,
No.
if somebody has really bad uncontrolled ADHD. I'm not going to give you a job or suggest a job to you where you have to be extremely organized and on
Right.
time and all of that stuff. What I might suggest is maybe a job where you could be a little bit more creative or artistic and
Mhm.
command your day, like be your own boss. Like that's what I would find you better suited for. But when you, the person that hired this individual, describes him as emotionally imbalanced,
Exactly. That's my
and
thing.
he is coaching a full staff of young adult men,
Yes. Why?
and and not only that, but just coaching is even hard.
And you don't need to be emotionally imbalanced to do that. That is, you need to be fully in your right mind and aware. And I'm not trying to say you're right, but I'm saying, you know what I mean? Your coaching is not just about, okay, fundamentals. It's all about, it's mind too. You know,
Mhm.
you're coaching
And it's
and
emotion, it's
it's,
emotion,
yeah,
and
it's all
keeping
of that
those emotions in check. Like,
intact.
you know how many fucking
Exactly.
coaches wanna throw the fucking chair across the court and
Right.
they can't because
Right.
they have to
It's a
be
mind game.
emotionally balanced. Like, these are the types of things and characteristics that are important to have for somebody with this job, and this gentleman just did not have that. So this was an HR fail. Wait.
Girl, and I was just about to say that. Where is the HR manager training for people that are doing the hiring? This is why you need HR manager hiring manager training, because if you know that, why would you hire this person? That's what I'm saying. I don't even understand that. Like, did you look at all of the pros, the cons, all of the what ifs, all of those things to say? And that's what I'm saying. He described, oh, well, yeah, he's this, he's that. So why did you hire him again? Make it make sense.
Well, they could not hire him because of that. So that's also a thing. Like, you can't say, "Well, I'm not going to hire him
Right.
because he's emotionally
And yes,
unstable."
absolutely not. So again, of course, you can't say that. We're not hiring you for that. You're just this hired candidate with better experience. I mean, with stronger experience.
And that's another
Like, come
thing
on.
too. Like, this university's budget is very, 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 very low. Juan even says that he
Mhm.
has to wash the players' stuff after every
Oh, that's
game.
not alarming. That's HBCUs for you. Yep, that makes sense.
They only have a $80,000 a year budget for their basketball program. Exactly.
Girl, stop. What is that gonna do? That's somebody's salary.
Girl, that's why Robin wanted that prenup, because she was like, nigga, you bring her home $35,000 a year.
He must really love his job. That's passion right
But
there.
and I respect that. I
Yeah,
respect that so hard, Juan. I
absolutely. Cause wow,
respect that
that's
so hard.
crazy.
But at the same time, why didn't you take any action at this point? So,
And he has kids. Like,
you would never want this to happen to young Corey and whoever
yeah.
the other son, what their other son name is. Like, that's just really whack. So, the complaint that was filed earlier, was it last year that this was filed?
2022? Really?
I believe so.
Mm.
The complaint says that the school, whose policy on sexual misconduct prohibits rape, sodomy, quid pro quo, stalking, sexual exploitation, coercion, and retaliation, they took no action to remedy this situation. After Ivan disclosed to Juan what was going on, the university did nothing. What they did do was hire a lawyer who contacted Ivan and interviewed him. And apparently, the way this lawyer interviewed him was disturbing. This is what Ivan's lawyer is explaining in this case. He says that the lawyer was asking him very cringeworthy questions about his sexual past and his own orientation. But that's not all, y'all. After Ivan starts making a little bit of noise about this situation, his worst fears come to reality, and Coppin State
Mm.
takes away his housing, and his
Mm-mm.
scholarship.
Mm-mm-mm.
So Ivan ended up
That is so sad.
he ended up having to finish the rest of the school year at Coppin State online, and after that he transferred to another university where he later graduated.
And was old dude Lucius Lyon, was he fired?
No, actually, there are absolutely no reports
Wow.
stating that Lucian Brownlee was fired. However, he no longer works at Coppin State. So I don't know whether he made his exit before or after this lawsuit was filed, but at this point, he no longer works for the school, but his information is still on the school website. So if you Google Lucian Brownlee, his Coppin State profile will pop up. It'll pop up to say that he's the director of student athletes or whatever the fuck I said earlier. And yeah, like they rang this baby out to dry after he reported his sexual abuse. And this is some stuff that we talk about all the time on this show, like how victims of sexual assault never want to tell what's going on because of
Mm-hmm.
the backlash is always, always, always on them. How do we live
Mm-hmm.
in such a fucked up society to where this could even happen? And of course, people have their opinions. Well, I would have never did that. I would have never. You don't know what the fuck you would have done had
Mm-hmm.
you been in this situation.
I couldn't even imagine being in that situation. And again, going back to us looking out for each other. How is it that this black boy at this HBC, this historically black college or university, goes to his black family? Because at HBCUs, I know at my HBCU, it feels like family. Your advisors, your if you build that relationship, it can definitely feel like your professors feel like family. I come to you and tell you what the fuck is going on, and you dismiss me and say basically I mean, they didn't say that, but
Come back to
transfer,
practice.
we're not doing it. Yeah, come to practice. Oh well, we know he's emotionally stable, but he blackmailed us too, so we can't do a motherfucking thing about it. That's what I got to say about it. Lucian got some on everybody up there. That's why they ain't, clearly, because how is he not in jail right now?
That is what I would like to know. And I feel like he's not in jail because he has not confessed to being the catfish. And as far as the lawsuit complaint that is filed, everything that they are alleging happened is being stated as alleged. So they're saying that he is the catfish, so we think. Here is all the evidence to us to think that he's catfish. So we
So it's still unfolding and ongoing.
it's still unfolding and it's still ongoing. But if you look at that nigga picture, he did that shit.
Yeah, of course he
He did
did.
that shit. He
We
looks
know he
like
did it.
a motherfucker that would think
Would do that.
that he could get away with some sick ass, weird ass shit like this.
It's
So
so I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's so funny how the theme clearly of the show has been the audacity and the lengths that people go to do. He just like Katie. Lucian is just like Katie. I'm not even playing. How can you, like, you would go as far as, I am going to make up a woman in my head. I am going to blackmail this young boy that I play ball with, that I now supervise or whatever coach, and you literally going to work, like, the lengths that people are going to do things is just asinine to me. Like, when you, like Dana said, they say it's called a trade. He was an easy pickup. Like, why are you this person? But again, he was mentally unstable or whatever. I just, the lengths that people go to do things or to get the things that they want or to sabotage people's lives. It's
Mhm,
just crazy to me.
mhm.
And I hope that they find out the truth, regardless if he confesses or not, because I'm sure he won't. But I hope that they find enough evidence to say, you know what, nah, you getting arrested, your ass going to jail.
I feel like this lawyer probably hired a private investigator. They probably got IP addresses, phone
Absolutely.
records, tower
They got
records.
all that. They could see everything.
Yeah, everything leading back to him to where
Yeah.
for this is a bold move. You're accusing a historically black college of negligence, a very very famous popular star coach of negligence and just complete absurdity in sexual assault in this very historic university. This is a big deal. So me personally, I don't feel like they filed this on some, oh, we think it's this motherfucker. Like, no. I truly believe that they have the evidence to support that it's this nigga that's
Absolutely.
doing this. And unfortunately, now I know a lot of people they've been coming down on online saying, "Oh, he should have did this, he should have did this," and I agree. I think that hiring people with mental illness is a slippery slope. For all intents and purposes, I would be considered someone who has a mental illness because I used to deal with anxiety really bad. I wouldn't want somebody to say, "Oh, well, she wouldn't be a good HR generalist because, she gets anxious." Like, you know what I mean? So I get it.
But we know we're not talking about that. We know when something is not right. You know what I'm saying? You know when you don't need to hire somebody with that's what we're talking about. We ain't talking
Mm.
about somebody that's anxious. I'm anxious. Hell, they could say that about me at this damn recruiting job, child. We're talking about you're being around children. Like they were around him. They know him. You know how he is. You know his, you know what I'm saying? You know if you like he not good for this job. You know what
And
I'm
that's what I
saying?
want to know. I want to know, what did you know about him, Juan, where you was
Cause
like,
you know him.
this nigga ain't stable, but he could coach the team. He could coach the team. Like what was the but? I want to know what was the but.
Absolutely.
Like, yes, he
He
deals with
got something on
this,
him.
but he's really good with the players. Everybody likes him. He's really skilled. Like, what was the but that
He knows
got
I'm cheating on my wife.
I wasn't
Listen,
gonna say that. Cause
blackmail.
this past week, why I wasn't having it about him
Cause
being
baby,
cheap.
listen, cause we gonna talk about that in the break room,
Okay.
child. Cause
But
baby,
anyway, like, I just need to know what was the but that got this man this job. And like I said, it's a slippery slope in America, in the United States of America. And this is why I think this is a very good conversation, because in this country,
mm-hmm.
you cannot discriminate against someone who has mental illness, whether or not you feel like that mental illness will bar them from getting the job. Because if they knew or if they found out, they could sue the pants off of you. As a matter of fact, if any of you wrote in a fuck you letter and said that you didn't get a job because they knew that you had a mental illness, I bet me and Anessa would tell you, sue they asses.
Right.
Because
Absolutely.
that is illegal. So this is actually a really great conversation. But like I was saying, or what I was trying to say earlier, if I was a recruiter, I've never been a recruiter, but if I was a recruiter, I would assess all points and things. Having a mental illness does not, to me, bar you from being able to have a job. But I think when you're hiring somebody, especially with the costs associated with the hiring, you don't want all of these turnarounds and you want somebody that's going to do the job and do the fucking job well. I think that you should take into account everything about them when it comes to hiring. But you guys let us know what you think. Would you have hired this kid?
Hell no. Hell to the no. To the
No,
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 no, no.
no.
Listen.
Okay, so we know Anessa's answer. Why you wouldn't have hired him? Okay.
Hired other candidate with stronger experience. That would have been my disposition. Cause baby, listen, I done talked to a lot of candidates on the phone and assess them based off. I'm like, you know what I mean? Well, okay, thank you. And be like, no. It's like Dana saying, as a recruiter, you should have some type of discernment. Like, you could tell on the phone, you could tell by certain things if a person is kind of right for the job. And again, Juan knew this person. He knew him. right? He coached them
Mhm.
for a year or two. And then he worked with them. So you're coaching someone, you know them, you've built a personal relationship. You know if they missing a crayon out of the crayon box.
Mhm.
That's all. I'm not trying to be I ain't trying to come against that community, but I'm just saying, all my crayons ain't in my crayon box.
Show lane.
But I'm just
Look, I'm like, show lane. She crazy. No, I was
my
playing.
elevator don't look how I look right now. My elevator ain't going all the way up right now, but I'm
I'm
just
just
saying he
playing,
knew
friend.
him to be able to make a nah, you know when to make a what is it called? An educated guess.
An educated decision,
Yeah,
basically.
an educated decision.
And
Yeah,
again,
decision.
I'm not coming down on Juan just yet because
Yeah,
again, they were dealing with a very tight budget. This guy had just graduated, so he's probably accepted this job for like 20,000 or something a
not
year.
20,000, baby. Hold on, girl.
Look,
Less than that with
Juan,
80,000.
Juan only getting 35, so I'm just playing. I don't know
Look,
how much these
Juan
niggas
made
make.
the jerseys. Juan took the clothes home, washed the clothes. He said, "Robin, Robin, you know how Juan talk. Robin, wash these, Robin."
Girl, she was asleep. But anyway,
Right, literally.
that's all for our true crime this week. Sound off. Let us know if you think
Yes.
that he should have been hired anyway, despite his disabilities. Like I said, it's completely illegal in this country to do anything otherwise, but this is Black at Work and we just chatting. So just let us know what you think. And
Love it.
let's take a break. Whew, and we'll be right back.
Ooh, child. Ooh, child. That was good.
I talk shows like the Wendy Show, recaps to your favorite shows, new music. Have you heard of those? Spilling tea in the break room, a kiki in the break room. It's time for the break room. It's time for the break room. It's time for the break room.
All right. Well, let's take a break after that stairwell, child. That was good. All right. Well, of course, we are starting with some congratulations. Congratulations or congrats are in order. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, child. Rihanna and Tim's received Oscar nominations for Best Original Song for Lift Me Up from the Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Wakanda Forever. Broken promises. I am sick of it
Oh
today.
my god, it is so late at night,
For
y'all.
it is, oh my gosh, for the Black Panther Wakanda Forever soundtrack. Okay, I can talk today. So yay, congrats. I knew Rihanna was on that song. I didn't know that Tim's wrote on the song. So shout out to Tim.
Mhm.
She's in her bag doing her thing. And it actually sounds like a Rihanna and Tim's have like a lot of similarities. I'm realizing. That's probably why I like her.
I love Tim's. She can
I do
do
too.
nothing wrong to me. Period.
I love her. I love her. And since there is like no new music, Chloe Bailey announced or teased us in a all red leather condom.
Not a
That wasn't funny.
condom.
Girl, it was something, a latex glove that she had on, saying that she teased us with a snippet, but we still ain't got no new music, child. The new music ain't dropping till she has a new album dropping in March.
Okay.
So be on the lookout for that. In movie news, shout out to Angela Bassett. She was also nominated for an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress in Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Woo!
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
Oscar?
Yes. The first and only to do it. for
Come
comic books.
on. Yes. Come on, Angela. Come on through. I really hope she brings home that
Me
Oscar.
too.
That would be huge for our mom, for our mama and our auntie.
She really deserved it for what's love got to do with it. But
Come on.
we forgive y'all because it was 1992 and y'all still was trying to ignore our existence back then. But give sis
Mm.
her things. Period.
Make up for it.
Period.
Cause Angela looks good. Give it to get and going back, Rihanna and Tim's. I hope they receive Oscars, and I hope Angela receives an Oscar. Speaking of movies, I told y'all a few. It was last year, Jack. Cause we in a whole new year. That there was a new movie on Netflix called You People. It came out on last Friday, January the 20th, and I finally watched it. Did you watch it, Dana?
I didn't. I forgot.
Oh no, no, it's okay.
Don't tell me about it. But everybody that I have seen talk about it today was like, "Oh, it's so good. It's so funny."
Yeah, no, y'all, it's really good. And it's so funny because, we talked about Eddie Murphy is starring in it, Nia Long is starring in it. Carisha Please made her little debut.
Yes.
But there was a lot of other little debuts from like Mike Epps, Anthony Anderson, um, a lot of us. Okay, we was sprinkled through there. So shout out to Kenya Barris and Jonah Hill. They were the writers of the movie, which I think is super dope. First of all, I love Jonah Hill. I love that type of
He
humor
want a
that he
black woman
does.
so bad. I want him
He
to
do.
have
He
one.
deserved one after this, baby, because his swag. Where Jonah at? I date Jonah.
Would
I'll
you,
marry
girl?
Jonah. Girl, Jonah is Jonah there.
With
I
that
like Jonah.
with that clear beard?
Nah, I ain't gonna marry him. But Jonah is. He could come to the cookout. Listen, Jonah could sit with us at the break room table for
He
sure.
could sit at the break room table, but he is not allowed to cook out. You can ride past the cookout and we might hand you a plate, but you're not getting no ribs.
Right. Jonah needs some ribs,
No,
friend. Nah.
no, no. No, I'm just
Okay.
playing.
Well, they ain't saying Jonah can have no
I don't invite
ribs.
nobody. I don't give a fuck how cool you are. You could have
I know, right?
freed all the slaves. You still not coming
Ah,
to my cookout.
look, not Abraham Lincoln's children and grandchildren can't come. Oh Lord, that's funny. But no, the movie was really good. I give it a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
The acting was superb.
And Anessa is a
Chef's
very
kiss.
harsh critic, guys.
Yeah, no, it was really good. It
Nobody
was
does anything good for her. So for her to say 10 out of 10,
No, it was definitely Chef's kiss. The cinematography, number one, was amazing. It's really great. Whoever shot you people was excellent. But anyways, it came out on Netflix. It's very relatable. It's very funny. And if you know Jonah Hill, he has that, like, I wouldn't say dry humor. It might be dry humor, but
mhm.
he's funny in that way. Like, I really love that. Shout out to Lauren London because she hasn't she hasn't been acting, of course,
Mhm.
I guess maybe she took a break from for Nipsey and all that. But shout out to her because she literally did her thing. This is like unlike, a I was about to say a position. I'm going to work, child. Unlike a role that she's ever played, and she did a really good job. It was a lot of chemistry between the actors and the actresses, and it's just relatable. It's funny. It's relevant to the times, talking about interracial couples and all of that. So it's definitely a must watch. You want to watch that. So shout out to them. Now, y'all know, moving on, the Super Bowl is coming up, and shout
Lift
out to
me
Rihanna.
up.
I'm sick of you. I'm so sick of you.
What if she opened with that?
That'll be dope. And Black Panther just fall from the sky. Not Chadwick, y'all. I'm just saying, like,
That was
I'm
a
sorry.
really
Keep that out.
bad play on words.
I
Let's
know.
pause.
I know. Yeah. Don't even. I was trying to say like Black Panther come. Yeah. No, that wasn't good. Okay.
Black Panther,
Um.
yeah, it's goodly, look goodly. is very well represented.
Rihanna is a mega super billionaire.
Mhm.
Well, Stephen A. Smith went on the Sherry Shepherd, and basically Sherry was like, "So what do you think about Rihanna, performing at the Super Bowl? We're happy about that, right?" And Stephen A. Smith says, "Well, she ain't no Beyonce."
Why? If you don't get the fuck, your old ass, you just trying to come up with any motherfucking thing to say. You could have just left that out.
And great segue, Dana, because shout out to Lala. Is Lala, side note, is Lala the new co-host of The Breakfast Club?
Er?
Or is she co-hosting? Okay. Well, Stephen A. Smith went on to the Breakfast Club this week, I believe, and they asked him about the comments that he made about Rihanna, the queen. And this is what Lala had to say in defense.
Shut up, man. Nothing. And you know something? And if it ever does, fine. Because at the end of the day, there's a level of authenticity that has to come with what we do. I agree. I'm going to be me. Damn it, that's how I feel. I did not say a negative word about Rihanna. I think she's sensational. I'm just a Beyonce fan. I want to end it with something. Sure. Because I learned a lot from you, and I feel like it's vice versa. I do want to say this because I was really sitting here thinking about what we were talking about earlier, and I want to say this. It is important. Everyone can have an opinion, and who you like better, is your opinion. Yes. But I will say this: as a Black woman, let's acknowledge and celebrate the fact that we have two amazing, talented Black women who were able to do the halftime show at the Super Bowl. Absolutely. Outside of sports fans and players, the majority of people I know, that's the reason they watch the Super Bowl. Not for who's playing. They're watching for that halftime show. So let's acknowledge and uplift and applaud the fact that on such a huge forum, you had Beyonce and now you have Rihanna. That's right. What's going to be taken away from you?
Period.
And yes, I'm so glad that somebody there with a brain had something to say. Because Angela Yee, you went and got that out of her slow ass. Listen, Stephen
Not
A.
that came for Angela.
Angela, she don't stand up for
Oh,
Black women. She just don't, and that's a recorded fact. But Stephen, I understand live TV is a motherfucker. As a person that says things that they probably shouldn't say and be wanting to take it back, you just need to go ahead and acknowledge that this was one of those moments, bro. Because, like
mm-hmm.
Lala said, let us celebrate the fact that two very huge, deserving Black women are headlining one of the hugest programs
Yeah.
that we see. And Lala is
Mm-hmm.
right. I ain't never motherfucking watched a Super Bowl to see who the hell was going to win. I don't give a fuck. And there's so many people who feel the same way that I do. We are
Absolutely.
watching for the halftime show, and when y'all pick whack ass people, J Lo, Justin
Hello.
Timberlake, to headline those motherfuckers, I don't watch.
Yeah.
So, with that said, let us celebrate, like Lala said, this huge accomplishment for Black women. I'm tired of Black people pitting Black people against
Against
other
each
Black
other.
people.
Yes.
Beyonce and Rihanna can both remain great in their respected fields.
Yes.
Like, stop comparing people. Like, just that's low grade and that's high school. And I'm gonna chunk that up to you needing something to say on Sherry, but shut the fuck up.
Damn. And we gonna leave it on period for sure. I agree. Why don't let's not compare, we can't, we won't, that's comparing, I'm not saying oranges to apples, but I'm saying both of those women are mega superstars. Like, why did you even have to open your mouth and say she ain't no Beyonce? You could have kept that to
You
yourself.
should have been saying that about J Lo. And to that, I would have been like, that brother
Exactly.
is right.
I'm sick.
Say something motherfucking meaningful. Goddamn.
Yeah, like
And at
congratulations.
the right time. You should have said that
Hmm.
when Reba McEntire was headlining the fucking halftime show.
Wait a second,
She ain't
not
no
Reba.
Beyonce, for that I agree. Shut the fuck up.
Not Reba, not Reba. Oh, you know what? I'm done. I can't, y'all. Dana. No, but for real. So shout out to Lala, and I'm gonna let you guys know if she's on the Breakfast Club because I need to find it out. Anyways, we talked about this earlier because wine is in the wine was a part of our true crime child. But congrats are in order for Juan and Robin because they both tied the knot according to people. And Real Housewives of Potomac is going to air the wedding on the season 7 finale. It's going to be their
Boo.
surprise wedding.
Boo.
So that Karen is very pressed about right now.
Boo. Girl, fuck
Do
this
we
wedding.
care?
Girl, fuck this wedding. And let me tell you why. I would be so pissed if I went out of my way to have a whole ass wedding in Jamaica. And here come my now brother-in-law and his has-been white woman ass wife talking about they gonna
Dana
get
is coming
married
for y'all today.
the day they gonna get married the day after me. Bitch.
Robin, and speaking of, since we're on the Housewives and Potomac, I love Karen. I really do. I don't know why Karen is so. I do know why. I feel like she's pressed because she felt like Robin assassinated her character. So now
Mhm.
she feels like, well, this is a fake wedding and all that. I don't know why she's pressed about her wedding because who cares? Who cares if she gets married? Who cares if she has a license? Karen want to see her license. She want to see it in the orders of the courts and
Girl, let that go, Karen. Listen,
let that go.
Karen, now I'm gonna have to pull your card, Grand Dame, because
Okay, come on.
it is becoming kind of clear that maybe Sharice probably got some shit on you, bruh. And you
Absolutely.
threw out that whole mama story to kind of throw it off a bit.
Yeah.
But the more and more I'm watching Karen and the more and more shit that she says, it leads me to believe that Sharice has some tea.
Some validity.
But here's my thing. Why not get close to the bitch so that she won't spill your tea? Why
Right.
you
Right.
because this is what I paid attention to, y'all. Y'all remember in that season, I don't remember what season that was, when they were in the reunion and Sharice was like, well, you got all of these boyfriends. Now, that was the first time we had ever heard anybody accuse Karen of having a side nigga, side
Yep.
niggas.
Yep.
When
Yep. Yep.
Sharice said something, and
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
was 5
Mr.
years
Blue
ago.
Eyes.
That was 5 years ago, and that's when Karen stopped fucking with her.
Yeah,
Putting two and
absolutely.
two together. So, what I would have did if I was you, Karen, I would have spun that around and said, I don't fuck with her because she tried to accuse me of being an adulteress. And that would make more sense than she talks shit about your mom, because she came to your mama. She drove 2 hours to your mama's funeral and nobody else did.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. Yeah.
and then you gonna try to say, well, you shouldn't have told everybody you came. What fucking difference does it make? Like,
Right.
your story is kind of falling apart, Care.
Yeah,
It's falling
yeah, it
apart.
is. And I agree. Robin there was some validity there to what Robin
Hmm.
was saying at the
Hmm.
dinner in Tulum or wherever the fuck
And
they
we
was in
hate to give this
Mexico.
bitch credit.
And I do so bad because I live for the Grand Dame child. But I agree with Dana. Her story is falling apart and it's giving jealous of Sharice. It's giving, I want to be the Grand Dame. I have to be the, but Karen, here's the thing. And for anybody out there, Katie, um,
Girl, Katie is the star of the
you
show.
don't listen because you don't have to every if you shine, you don't have to dim somebody else's light to try to make it, oh well, if they shine too, I'm not gonna shine. If you're an automatic shiner, you're going to shine anyway. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm making sense.
Yeah.
You don't have to dumb down Sharice because you feel like she's gonna take away your title. And I feel like that's really what she's holding on to.
I just don't feel like that because Sharice is just not giving, sis.
She's not going to. We not
Sharice has never gave though. So
She has not.
I don't think it's jealousy. I really think that Sharice probably know the real deal with her
Well, that's
having a
true.
boo. And
And
they were close. And
Yeah.
so, some bitches, when they go to cheating, they tell their homegirls or they might, suggest or anything. I just think Sharice has something on her. I don't think Karen has any fucking thing to be jealous of Sharice about, because Sharice don't even have a good lace front, sis. And
Oh my God. And she
did
love
you,
a white collar shirt, baby. Like she
girl,
want to work.
did you see?
She hop like sis. This the housewife.
Did you see the pictures from the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion coming out? They outfits.
I did. I did see their outfits.
Sharice is looking like a stuffed sausage,
Oh,
and Giselle,
she can't get it right. It's impossible.
Giselle,
I don't know why she won't hire a arrogant Tay and Jonathan, somebody to do that lace, pluck that wig, make it look
girl,
real,
this is looking a John Benet Ramsey mess.
get you a new stylist.
Her hair
Like,
is giving pageant 1995.
because she wants to stay loyal to that man. Get him on.
So this is the same guy.
Yes.
He got her at this motherfucking reunion looking like Osmosis Jones.
He has to go. That's her. She loves him since season 1. He's been there. What's his name? I can't remember his name. But
Tacky.
yeah, she has to let him go. That's why even I was looking at Giselle, even her confessional looks. She's just so mediocre when it comes to giving something.
Robin looks a mess. Like
Robin looks a mess.
all the ladies looked a mess except for Karen,
Candace.
Candace, and Wendy. Wendy came.
Yep, and Wendy. Wendy
Wendy
came. Yep.
came, ate you bitches up, and left.
Yep.
Karen ate,
Yeah. Karen ate.
and Candace came to dinner. But the rest of
Yeah,
you
Candace
bitches
came.
are starving. Ashley, stay out of Fashion Nova.
Oh.
Fashion Nova don't like you. And Mia, what in the David's bridal hell? I'm gonna let it
You know
go.
what? I'm logging.
Yeah.
What in the
I'm gonna let it go.
listen?
They
That's
looked a
all
mess.
I got for the break room. We ended it at a David Bridals. That's probably the funniest thing Dana has ever said.
Girl.
Oh my god!
Girl, I hated
Not
everything.
David Bridal.
I'm
I
yeah. Fuck you, Giselle. This is your fault. Nobody in the DMV area could trust it because of you. You rely
no
way too much on your
seriously.
face card. You rely way too much on your face
Yeah,
card.
it got to be
It's
more than that.
not carrying you through the way you think it is. It's not.
At all. It's not. She's pretty, but I lose it when I see the clothes, when I see the lace front, when I see it sitting on top of her head. It ain't plucked. It ain't the braid down ain't right. It is just all wrong. Like there's not a what lace. It's giving very gold 7 beauty supply store. Didn't pluck I just set it on top of my head like a hat. And I can't. And her friend Robin, they was out at dinner, and she had on I don't know what she had on, something from 1988. It just wasn't given. Only like you said, the only people that was given on this trip was Candace. But yeah, Karen, you mad? And lastly, on this next episode, which I'm hoping we about to get to the season finale, child, because I feel like Potomac has been going on for a long time. We still got another episode because Sharice says something alludes to Karen having sex with somebody with somebody at the restaurant, with a worker at the restaurant. And I believe Sharice because
No, Karen is not giving it up the cooch for no restaurant worker.
girl, Karen is out here.
She is
I
not.
believe
She
it.
ain't out
I
here like
love
that.
Karen. I feel like Karen is
Mm-mm.
out here wilding and profiling with her
Why?
new booty.
Why would she go? Why would she go from Ray to a waiter?
Because Ray, let me stop. I don't want to sound ageist.
I mean, I'm sure he is not.
Ray ain't getting what's coming up.
The son.
The restaurant worker can get his all the way up.
Girl,
Baby, he can hit it and quit.
it's still
Listen,
levels to it. Like I feel like if Karen's gonna cheat, she'll probably cheat with like a middle age, somebody that's closer to her age.
with blue eyes, the driver.
No, somebody that got a coin too. Like I just can't see
Yeah.
herself going from the Black Bill Gates to a motherfucker that work at Red Robin. Like
And is he the Black Bill Gates, Karen? Do they really got as much money as she be talking about? Is he the Black Bill Gates?
you know, you're gonna get off the grind dime because
I know, right? Let me get out. No, because she showed me a different side this episode, but I still love Karen. She can still do no wrong. But
reunion me, please. I need
yes, I'm ready for
my
the
girl
reunion.
Candace to come with it.
We
Capital
already know,
T.
baby.
And
She reads them down.
and chop these bitches off at the necks with your words.
Please. Please. And we'll be here to tell the tale. That's all I got for the break room, y'all.
We made it to the end of the show.
We made it. 12 o'clock on the dot. We in the drop top, cruising the streets.
Bloom, 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 bloom.
Come on, we about to cruise in that bed.
Okay, I'm finna turn right around. I'm gonna close this laptop and go straight
And
to
hop
sleep.
in that bed.
We will see y'all next Monday. We ain't gonna be at work. We coming to work on Monday. But we
Okay.
ain't gonna be there the rest of the week.
Right, for real.
Oh, I wanted to give a shout out really quick. This is very random, but I was a guest on my first podcast.
Yes, Dana.
Yes.
How was that?
Interesting.
Okay.
It was very interesting. But so shout out to this. Well, I'm making it sound weird, but shout out to my classmate. I actually went to high school with the host of the show, Chad, and his co-host, Matt. They host a show called We Used to Talk About This at Work. And the nature of their show is like movie reviews and stuff like that. So y'all know I don't watch movies. Y'all know how I do when it comes to movies. So we reviewed the Miss Cleo movie on their show. So I guess, child, if you interested in hearing me on another platform,
Yes, we support it.
Go listen to that. But other than that, we'll see you guys next week, and we love y'all. Bye.
Yes, bye.